NBC, CNN, MSNBC. You may have heard people label these sites, or others, as left-wing outlets and either seek them out because of it or shun them. In this video, we are going to look at 10 of the most biased towards the left large media organizations with the help of Biasly's media bias ratings. Biasly's artificial intelligence and analysts work together to check the content of media sites for bias, and also look to see if they tend to favor left or right-wing policies. The combination of human and AI analysis allows Biasly to draw on the strengths of each to create high-quality, comprehensive pictures of media sources. The ratings for hundreds of media sources are available on Biasly's website. We encourage you to check them out after this video. Before we get into the media companies, let's go over exactly what bias is, so we're all on the same page. Bias is defined as prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair, according to Google. It can involve emphasizing certain pieces of evidence over others to serve an agenda, or speaking positively or negatively of a person, party, or policy. The biases of a media company's content are not all going to be of the same degree, but knowing which sources tend to be the most left-wing can help you ensure you are not stuck in a media bubble, consuming only sources that are strongly biased to the left. Alternatively, you may realize that you consume none of these sources, and that reading one or two of them may help you diversify where you get your information and become better informed. In no particular order, CBS News is number 10 on our list. According to Biasly's bias rating, CBS News is rated as somewhat liberal at a -21%. -100% is the most liberally biased an organization can be, while +100% is the most conservatively biased an organization can be. A rating of 0% would be perfectly neutral. One notable example of bias occurred in 2021, when the network's program, 60 Minutes, came under fire for an allegedly false and misleading hit piece against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. USA Today is number 9 on the list. With a bias rating of moderate left, USA Today is one of the least biased news sources that made the list. The publication has never endorsed a candidate, but it did write a piece urging people to not vote for Trump prior to the 2016 election. The publication pairs its editorials with a piece with a conflicting viewpoint, but it has been criticized by some media analyzing companies for sometimes using differing left-wing viewpoints, rather than truly conservative viewpoints. CNN comes in at number 8 on our list. It is likely not surprising for many of you to see CNN on this list, as it has been one of the news sources most vocally criticized for its partisanship, alongside its right-wing counterpart Fox News. According to Biasly's media bias rating, CNN is very liberal. Not all the media companies on this list have an analyst rating in addition to their AI rating. MSNBC is one that does, however, and with that comes an accuracy rating. It is rated at 77% trustworthy. It is important to remember that bias is not the same thing as false information. Bias misleads or influences rather than lies outright. It can include overemphasizing or minimizing certain pieces of information in misleading ways or including value judgments about what is being discussed. Number 7 on this list is MSNBC. The network does not enjoy a huge degree of public trust, with a 2018 survey from Gallup and the Knight Foundation finding that it was the third least trusted news source behind Breitbart and Fox News. The site's content is prone to a large amount of opinionated language, with analysis from The Factual placing it in the 11th percentile for how neutral its tone is. Number 6 on the list is The Washington Post, a media company that has been owned by billionaire Amazon founder Jeff Bezos since 2013. The Washington Post is one of the more moderately biased publications of the list. On its rating page on Biasly's site, you can scroll down and see all the articles that have been analyzed. The opinion pieces that have been analyzed feature a variety of perspectives, some defending the Democrats, such as why criticism of Democrats for boosting radical Trumpists is wrong, and some more moderate or conservative, OPEC's tiny oil increase shows Biden's fist bump diplomacy failed. In recent decades, the Washington Post endorsed exclusively candidates from the Democratic Party for president, although it has endorsed a handful of Republicans in other races. It should be noted that its editorial board, which is responsible for endorsements, is separate from its news reporting division. Number 5 on our list is BuzzFeed News. Known for its quizzes more than anything, BuzzFeed also operates its own journalism division. Its rating certainly isn't the worst of the list, and has won several journalism awards since its founding in 2011. Yet people ranked it as the second most untrustworthy news site in a 2017 poll. Number 4 on the list is The New Yorker, which is rated very liberal. In addition to journalism, The New Yorker offers commentary, creative writing, and cartoons. The magazine is known for its rigorous fact-checking, but bias can be found in its topic selection and the tones and slants of its articles. At number 3 is The Atlantic, with a bias rating of very liberal. Similar to The New Yorker, bias can be found in The Atlantic's topic selection and sometimes slanted language. An analysis from The Factual found it to have high amounts of biased tone, placing it in the 10th percentile relative to other publications. Number 2 on the list is The Guardian, which, being based in the United Kingdom, is the first non-American publication on the list. Its bias rating is quite strong at -49%, and biasly rated at 68% trustworthy. A 2014 Pew Research study found that The Guardian's readership is 72% liberal, 20% are mixed voters, and only 9% conservative. Salon comes in at number 1. Again, these are in no particular order, but Salon does have the highest bias rating on the list at -66%. Salon provides a mixture of reporting and opinion pieces, and it does not label what is opinion and what is not, making it easy to be misled. A cursory glance at the site reveals its focus on criticisms of the Republican Party and strongly worded titles such as "Donald Trump is running for president as a flat-out racist." Salon is rated at only 49% trustworthy by Biasly. That concludes our list of the 10 most biased liberal media sources. We hope you found it informative and encourage you to explore Biasly's website for further information.